Well, when Hit 'Em Up dropped, and hip hop fans can argue, but I think most people would say that is the greatest diss record of all time.
Nah, not at all.
Okay, I would say that. Like I said, people will argue. Some people say No Vaseline. Some people will say, Back to Back, whatever. Like, there is an argument, but it's in that conversation no matter who you talk to. How's that?
But if you want to talk about diss tracks, the GOAT, LL Cool J. He was the
also in the conversation.
He was massive in a diss track is when you can end somebody's career.
Right.
When LL got on the track and he dissed you, he ended your career.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But I would say that up until that time, Hit 'Em Up was the most vicious and personal diss record that I had heard. He started off talking about I fucked your bitch. Like Pac really crossed a lot of lines with that particular record. When that dropped, and it was a hit song on top of it, it was being played in the clubs and the whole nine.
Right.
When that record dropped, how did Puffy take it?
I don't know how he took it, but nobody really even discussed it or said anything about it. It was like, because they knew Big could have got back at him if he wanted to, but they took the high road.
Yeah.
But he wasn't, he didn't discuss it that much, you know what I'm saying? He was upset when we went in the clubs and places that people played it and everything like that. But
right.
He didn't do nothing about it.
Right. From what I understand, Puff was telling Biggie not to really go back and forth with Pac and start a whole, back and forth rap beef during that time, which, and Big kind of touched a little bit on Pac, like if we had twins, they probably have two Pacs, get it, two Pacs. But he didn't really go hard at Tupac the same way that Pac went at him.
Well, Big had to listen to Puff. He had to listen to Puff because Puff owned his publishing and his marketing. And marketing, and he wanted it back. He found out how important that was for artists and somebody in this business. So he had to listen to him. He had to, go against what he may have even thought was right or wrong. This nigga on my marketing, on my publishing, I gotta listen to him, I gotta do these things, you understand? But when I was in the Winnebago with him, he said, man, next motherfucker mention my name on some wax, I'ma tear their ass up.
Right, and I remember Biggie did an interview about that. He said that when he was still recording his first album, he was broke, he was fucked up, and he approached Puff for some extra money. And Puff was like, well, you could sell me back part of your publishing for I don't know, I think it was like $25,000 or some real small amount. And Big did it, not really realizing the implications of it.
He gave him $200,000. I don't know how much it was. I don't know how much publishing that entailed, but I bet you it was more than 25% or 50% of it for $200,000. And he told me, he said, yo, listen here, man, the people who were managing me didn't know what the fuck they were doing at the time. But they all work for Puff and they got their schooling from Puff. So what else they gonna do?